This is Dr. Okada, and you're listening to the Mully podcast with my boy DC. Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Mully podcast. Here on the Mully, it is always business before party. We like to bring in subject matter experts, entrepreneurs, business owners. They talk a little bit about how their struggle, their growth, how they built their business, their game. And then, of course, it's just like a mullet, right? It's business before party. This evening, dude, I am super, super pumped and stoked to have the one, the only, Eric, Dr.okada.
How's it going, DC?
What's up, man? How you doing, brother?
No, I'm doing great, and thanks for having me.
Dude, thanks for being here.
Yeah. I know you're like, dude, I got this thing. I was like, let me know.
I know. We'll talk about how that whole thing like went into.
All right.
But do you remember how we first met?
Yes, I do. You want me to share?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think, it's got to been like 2013. That is the year. Trust me, I will tell you how I know. Because, okay, this all adds up.
Okay.
2013, I'm still living off of deployment money. And I don't have a job yet. I'm a student getting money from the Army for going to school.
Okay.
And Pearl Ridge Foot Locker is turning into a house of hoops. So they're liquidating all the shoes over there.
Right.
So I already know about this because my friends, some of my friends are managers, and they're like, hey, we got this. Come over. So I'm like,
Come now. Right.
I brought my brother, DJ Westbrook, and my ex-wife at the time. So we went over there, and we were talking about, like my brother and I are the same size. We're size 13s. So
you know what that means?
No. So we're looking at the shoes, and then my brother is like, oh, those are nice. I was like, you want them, bro? Here, you can have them. Like, I really shouldn't be buying shoes. He was like, what? I go, yeah. It's like, I don't even have a job right now. And he was like, oh, bro, like, why don't you apply at, okay, we're going to send you this place. I'm not even going to say it. Why don't you apply at this place? They're hiring. I was like, they just opened up in 2011. They're not hiring. And that night I went home, I applied, and I got hired at this place, and I'm still there kind of stuff. So I'm like, oh, right on.
That's crazy.
But while I'm there looking for shoes, I started like that Instagram stuff already, just playing around with it. And then I get this guy come up to me and go, hey, bro, hey, I like those voiceovers. It's like, my name's Dustin, or my name's DC. However you might have went in with DC.
I think I went with DC,
Give me your card. I work over at 24. You want to work out? Give me a call. I got you. I'll bring you some passes. Just let me know. So I was like, all right, thanks, brother. I took his card. I still have that card. I'll take a picture of it and I'll show it to you. And it was in just the front part of my car. I have a bunch of like business cards there.
Yeah.
And I'm not a taker, so I don't know how to like just be like, hey, can I get this? Like, I have a problem getting free things.
Really?
Yes. Like, and then I do remember that we'd run into each other at bars, and that's when we actually became friends.
Yeah.
But it's not because of like, so I'll go to like a bar and people will be like, hey, I know you, this guy, whatever. It's like, hey, take a shot with me. And if it's like that, and it's like, okay, I'll take a shot with you. But it's like, but if somebody does this, they're like, hey, what do you want to drink? You guys don't do this because I already know already. I'm gonna figure. But it'd be like, hey, what do you want to drink? So I remember you doing it. It's like, what do you want to drink, bro? I'm gonna get you a drink. And after I was like, nah, man, I'm okay. Like, what do you want to drink? And it's like, because I have a problem with taking. I don't know how to take. I've been that way my whole life.
That's super interesting, man.
My brother will take anything from me. Like, seriously. But that gene is not in me. Like, I cannot. Like, I don't even know how to ask for stuff. But yeah, like I have problems taking compliments. So like sometimes when I meet people.
Oh man, we're going heavy deep real quick tonight, man.
No, I'm serious. So like I'll meet people, and if you do the whole thing of I know you kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to like be a dick to people. It's really like that's my reaction, where it's like, depending on what my mood is or where I'm at or how deep in a conversation I am. So say like I met one girl where she'd be like, I went to her job or whatever, not to see her, just to watch football and stuff. She comes up to my table. She's like, hey, I know you from Instagram. And after I was like, and I'm talking like mid conversation and a deep conversation about some like mentor stuff.
Yeah.
And she's like, I know you from Instagram. I'm like, oh,
Okay.
Thanks. And after, so that's it. Cause I don't know what to say, but I was engaged and I'm like trying to lock on and hold on. And after that, I was like, oh,
So are you
thanks.
like the type like when you're like deep in conversation and someone just like sidelines you, you're kind of like you get caught off guard. You're just like, oh,
Like deer in the headlights?
yeah.
So that's what that turns out to be. And
Oh,
then
that's super interesting.
sometimes-
Okay, so it's basically you're saying if anybody's watching and they come up to you like, don't take it personal.
Yeah, so it's not me trying to be funny or cute or anything like that. It's just really me. So if you get, there's two reactions. There's that one, and then there's the like chill. It's like, oh, thanks, man, nice meeting you. kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so like, trust me, if I can do that one, I prefer the hey, how's it going? Hey, nice.
Sure.
meeting you. And then I do the whole thing of it's like, hey, like I'll ask you like, hey, if you don't tell me your name, I'll be like, hey, what's up? My name's Eric. Like, what's your name?
Yeah.
Kind of stuff. So that was kind of like intimate, but not, you know what I mean? Like it's on
Yeah.
another level, and people be like, hey, this guy's cool. Whatever, like I don't want anything from nobody, but at the same time, if I do give you that, like, whatever, it's
Yeah.
because I was like deep in a conversation and you just caught me off guard.
Dude, that's
And-
so funny.
But that one girl I just brought up where she did that
Yeah.
ended up being my girlfriend. Like,
Shut up.
no, yeah, I'm serious. Like, I went to her job.
Because she wanted that.
No,
Dude,
no,
I'm
no,
just
no,
messing.
that doctor. No, no, no. So yeah, so that was the thing, and then so she was like, you know, like when I did that to you, you just blew me off. Like I was like, no, the real reason
I want
is
to talk about that a little bit later.
I
No, go
did.
ahead, no,
I
sorry.
did later, but we were in a relationship.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
So that's how that stuff went. But yeah, it's crazy. So I don't mean to be a dick. It's just like I do care about the way I come off to the. It's just like I don't want people to think I'm arrogant. I don't. Want
Yeah,
them to
no.
think- And I
No,
don't.
you were super chill because it was you and the girl you're with at that time, and I had my employee with me because I was managing a 24 hours. I was running one, and then I was like, dude, you know who that guy is? And he's like, no, who is that? So we literally like went outside the store and we're watching it, like showing it, and it was awkward because then you came walking out after like, hey, and I was like, oh fuck, like now we're like watching your video, you know.
Oh.
But my friend was like, oh shit, I seen these videos. I'm like, yeah, that's the guy. He's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you even get into doing like those voiceovers? Like,
So my whole life, like people who went to school with me, they're always like, bro, this guy's like the class clown. And
Okay.
every year for like hall selections, I'd always be class clown.
okay.
And then I remember, I think it was like my.
What's
junior
funny
year.
is you're a class clown, but you're so mellow.
No, yeah, I know, and like, and it's like I'm pretty well spoken too. No, it comes out like if we're talking about like some violent stuff or just wine eye stuff, then it's like there's
Oh,
like
yeah, that's right,
another
you're from
accent that
Wine-Eye,
comes out. Yeah. So like I've just always been this way of just a character, and it's like I can't help myself but to like if I have a joke, I gotta let it out.
Nice.
There's one thing though, it's like the military, like that's the only time I'll just keep it to myself.
Oh,
And then
really?
I'll do this, and then somebody will come out like tap me and is like, "What?"
And you want to say
I'll be
something,
like, "Bro, this," and then we end up laughing, and then they look at us, and I'm like,
and they know
I was
already.
like, "You guys don't want to hear this."
how long have you been in the military?
February 28th this year makes 16 years. I joined
Wow.
2005. Yeah, my senior
So-
of high school.
So were you ever active duty?
No, just for deployments.
Okay, so you're in the guard.
Yes.
Okay. So the weekend warrior. During the summers, you guys do the thing too, right?
So
And then-
yeah, we just go in like 2 days out of every month, 2 weeks out of the year, and they pay for college. They like vehicle registration's only like $74 or $72.
a lot of perks.
So if you guys want to join, just hit me or Dustin, and Dustin will send you to me, and then I'll send you to one of my people, and we can have you guys join our team.
There we go.
Very
Look at
good.
that. Look at that.
Free college. You can drop out too. A lot of them do that too. And then you can close out your contract, or you can just like do the whole 20. I'm going for the whole 20.
Bro, might as well. I'm like, I wish I would have like listened to him. And
How old are you now? Oh, never mind. We don't have to. We can.
well,
fine.
today's the last year I can join.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know
Like, can
what?
I get in with all these tattoos?
Yeah, you can now. We did a thing whereas like we were trying to be picky. Yeah, we got rid of that in like 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Somebody else came back and was like, "That's a pussy rule. We're bringing it back."
Yes.
So I was like,
Maybe I don't know. That might be worth it, man. Just because, just so I can go freaking to the commissary, dude.
dude, I go to commissary like 3 times a week. I get all my. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I give all my meat there, no homo. But it's like yeah, but
And then when you go home, do you beat that meat before you cook it?
yeah, it's pretty tender, and then it's like still raw. Slap it right on. the pan. Okay.
Getting back to
Yeah, my voice, it doesn't sound any better. It sounds like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. So when did you learn that you could make these like voices and
Actually, no. To be honest,
I can't even keep a straight face with you.
no. Like, so I've done this my whole life, and I didn't realize I was doing it, but it's one of those like not a tick, but if I was ever telling a story, I would mimic the voice of the person. And
Love it.
Yeah. So like, I used to have this one teacher. We used to say, "Oh, he sounds like a dinosaur." And dinosaurs don't speak English, but his like he would.
What do they speak? How do you know?
I don't know. That's yeah. I never met one.
Look at-
This teacher was a dinosaur, but he'd be like, "Okay, class, so the Pythagorean theorem." I was like, so I did that, and my aunt used to get so mad at me. She was like, "Why are you doing these voices?" I
Oh,
was like,
really?
yeah. So well, because it sounds like I guess it could be taken as I'm teasing or I'm
Oh yeah.
mimicking,
Okay. I can
which
see that.
isn't good. But look at me now, Auntie. Look, like everybody loves these voices.
Yeah,
so.
I know, right?
Not everybody, but you know what I'm
No,
saying. Yeah,
everybody.
yeah. But yeah, so. And
Oh,
then-
that's awesome.
But even I noticed, like even on like some of these like voiceovers that I used to do, like there would like be specific voices in particular that always shows up, and it's that like drunk or that raspy.
Yeah, yeah.
sounding, like,
Oh, how's it going? Oh, you fucker.
Yeah.
and then I actually cut out swearing because if you know, like
No, and you know that's actually super genius because you can definitely be funny without
Yeah.
the swear. I can't, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And my show is explicit, so
it's a lot funnier with like a lot of F's, but it's like,
but it's true though. So most of the voiceover you do are cartoons. That's why, right?
Yeah, so yeah, it's always funny when cartoons are just like.
People are gonna wonder why we're
bad
laughing
words,
so
like,
much because
or shit. It's
we
just
just have
like,
to cut edit the whole back section.
like,
But
what happened is like, yeah, I sneezed and. But yeah, so.
yeah, no, you're right, because if
Sorry,
it's
sorry,
cartoons,
sorry.
like you don't want to like.
But it makes it so funny because cartoons don't typically go like, "What you fuck? What you looking at?" And stuff, and then it's like, "Oh, whoa, like
And when they do,
whoa.
and then the things, the reactions of it
Yeah.
fit in perfectly, right?
Yeah, and then to be honest, if like people, I wish more people would make these voiceovers, and not these cheap like gimmick of like the characters talking like, "Go ahead and talk."
Hey, how's it going?
Fuck, like just yeah, and like
Yeah.
or just move your mouth.
Okay.
Like, oh, this fucker, he was over there, and then like it doesn't even match. It's like, okay, never mind. Like,
Oh, I
it's
see
not
what you're
clever
saying.
at
Like
all.
it needs right because that's what I was gonna ask you. How do you like when you watch it? Like, do you study it? Does it just come naturally?
Okay.
Like a flow state just comes out of your brain.
So
Right.
say I was doing this from like maybe 2013 or 2014 or something.
Right.
And if you go back in the archive, not even archive, like just to the back of wherever my page started,
Yeah.
you'd be like, oh, this guy needed work. And then
Well, you can see the progression.
yes. So then over time, I was like, oh, this one's really funny, but it's really funny because the mouth matches. And then
Ah.
you learn like it's just a learned thing that
So it's a
it
skill.
becomes
Let's be
first-
real.
yeah.
It's a skill.
it's the same thing
Okay,
like
that's why-
carpentry or
and that's
plumbing.
the reason why I wanted to talk about this because, it's like, oh, okay, if he's having business people on here, he has a voiceover guy, but it's not because this is actually like a business. Let's think about it because this has gotten you.
Yeah,
like
so
MC
like people will be like, "Can you
gigs
come do my wedding? Can you MC my wedding? Can you make this like post ad?" And like so like for me, I've never been like I said, I don't know how to take. So they'd be like, "Can you post this for me? I'll give you like a couple $100." I was like, "I'll tell you what, I'll post it once a week for you," kind of thing, like just out of like support. Like I
Right.
appreciate your support too. Like you don't have to pay me anything, and like so many people will go ahead and
I'm gonna
vouch
make
for
sure that I have you post my stuff
Yeah.
every day.
No, so that's the thing too. But I will like even to my friends will start those. You know how they do like how we were talking about like MLM kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, and in 2020, Hawaii blew up in MLMs, dude.
Yes.
Huge.
So like I'm gonna be like, hey, can you put my business thing? So like, what is your business first? Is it something that like unique or is it something everybody else is already doing?
Right.
And so like if it's like real estate, like my friend Justin, he never asked me to post his things. But if I see something up and then I'm like, oh, I should go ahead and pass this forward to everybody, then I'll go ahead and I'll post it and he goes, hey bro, I appreciate you. You always post these things and like I don't even ask you.
Yeah,
Like, you do it
because you're
yourself.
doing it out of
Yeah.
number one is support of your friend, and then
Yeah.
number two, you feel it's like genuinely good information.
Yes. And then at the same time, I want him to like win.
Yeah.
I want all my friends.
I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
About winning.
Okay.
Do you notice there is a lot of haterade in this world right now?
I see, but that's none of my business at the same time too. Is because
This guy's too humble. Like I gotta break him. I'm gonna break him tonight.
you cannot. We can do some shit. Oh, can I get another one? Of
Oh,
these?
yeah, of course.
See, like I had no problem asking for a beer. This is like the only thing we established.
So when I
this
got out of my
relationship.
car, it like tumbled, went boom, 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 and like into a puddle of mud. So like I had to like wipe this stuff down.
It's okay.
Puddle of mud. That's a rock band too.
I know. I remember.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a song. I
Na,
can
na,
only think
na,
of Sting.
na, 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 na. Yeah, that song was a shit.
I don't even know that's the one on Ted. What does he do? The only want to be with you.
Oh, that's Hootie and the
yeah, I
Blowfish,
know,
baby.
But they do that on the movie Ted.
Yes.
Yeah, he
Oh,
does
I
it
wanna be
really
with
good. Yeah, that's what it sounded like. I was like, oh my gosh.
So winning. I want to touch on that real quick because I'm a firm believer in that. Like my last guest I had, Matty Church, he has a podcast called We Are Hood, right? So it's like Hood. Like, damn, that's kind of a weird name. But you know what the Hood stands for? Helping others obtain dreams. I wear his I don't know, what do you call it? Wristbands? I wear it every day.
It's not for the dark side.
No. Not that kind of hood.
We'll bring this down and we'll tell him.
Oh,
Dark
are
side
you
down.
a Star Wars nut? Man, I'm a hardcore Star Wars guy.
I swear to God, I have not watched Star Wars until I was out of high school. I saw like episode 1, 2, 3 in high school.
And you know what? Those are the worst
I know.
ones.
So I actually saw Star Wars after high school, like the original Star
Oh,
Wars.
okay.
But no, I really did like the whole like story from like 1, 2, 3. So I was like, hey, let me go look at these.
Let me go look at the OGs.
It's
The
kinda-
OGs.
To be honest, it's kind of difficult. I didn't think I was gonna like it. Then after I was like,
Right.
it's all right. No, I really like it though.
Oh, good.
I've never
Because I'm
tried.
going to have to kick you out. wait. Let's go to the winning part. Okay. So, but I believe that everyone needs to win. I'm all about that. I'm about like supporting.
Yes.
I'm like a hardcore, like positive thinker. I'm all about like you wake up and you think positive, you bring positive vibes. I talk about John Gordon all the time. He wrote a book called Energy Bus, changed my life. I think I mentioned it in every single episode. But yeah, so tell me about that. Like, so you were just saying you want your friends to win, right?
Yeah. And at the same time, it's like everybody wants to win, but not everybody puts in the work.
Mm,
That's why I know we had a lot of stuff going on in the country.
yeah.
Whereas like these things are stacked against people. It's like, no, like this societal structure is stacked against all of us. I work at a job and I don't want to say I'm fighting, but I do fight to make a living kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I work my job. I do what I got to do. And everyone else who does work their job, they do what they have to do. And nobody wants to stay where they are. They all want to move up.
Right.
And we're not getting promotions every day just for doing our job. You really gotta
You got to push forward and do
yeah.
extra.
extra and extra. And just because you do extra doesn't mean it's always seen. And even if it's fairly, like you'd be like, man, I've been working so hard. And especially like your family will see it kind of too. And there are like political things that stop it. But to me, it's like you work for what you get. And I always felt like, I don't want to turn this into a whole little thing where it's like, whoa, it just went that way.
No. But this is good because this is the beginning part of the show, man.
Yeah.
This is like some deep shit.
So no matter what background you have or like what upbringing you have, you can be any skin color. You can be white, black, orange, purple, yellow,
Yeah.
and you can be whatever you want to be.
I'm
you can be president. You can be
well.
well.
No, I know what you
It
mean.
takes work,
Yeah.
but
hell
yes,
yeah, but you can.
Anybody can, like say generals in the military. They don't just pick like only white people. Like you have Asian, you have black, you have
Yeah.
Hispanic, and everything else there is kind of stuff. But yeah, so if you want something, you got to put in the work for it. You do have to take the L's, or because stuff. Even if you do deserve stuff, that doesn't mean
You're gonna get it.
you're
Right.
not promised anything.
Ooh.
You just keep working into goals, or you just say, okay, it's time to retire kind of stuff. But still, people will never be given stuff.
Because I think
And
we just naturally take things for granted
yes,
and we forget, you
Just
know,
like-
and
you can watch a movie about like coming like unity, And then you'll be like, oh my God, like I feel this, like I want to go out and do this right now. I want to do this for my job or like to better myself. And then next thing you know, like that whole like
Then the next day you're just back to normal.
euphoria, wears off. You're just like, okay, I'm still in bed kind of stuff
Yeah,
or whatever.
right.
So you work, you hustle, or you don't. It's in some people naturally, or some people just have that drive and that passion. And then some people just,
Number one, you're never going to please everyone. And I've been a people pleaser for a long time. And I have to realize I have to stop. As a leader and a people pleaser, managing, that's the fucking
I know
worst
where you're
thing.
coming from, yes.
Worst thing to do. Because then now you're like, oh, he did. Oh, fuck, I got to help this person.
Yeah.
And like, no.
You kind of mute everybody and then you say this,
Yeah.
just this,
Right.
do this.
Do it. Just right. It doesn't
Everybody
matter.
do this.
It doesn't
yes.
fucking matter.
Yeah.
And I had to learn that the hard way, man. And if you look at my path that I jumped around, I went from one corporation to another, and then back, and then there, and then back and forth. And
And
I
I
mean,
know those jumps too.
Yeah.
Like you've told me, you shared, and
and it's just crazy, but that is just my journey. Some people they get to point A to point B much faster than other people. Some people they take a fork and then they go dilly dallying around. I used to be a hardcore partier, man.
that one was me. Yeah, that was me for a really long time. But
Yeah. And so what? Who cares, right? We're right where we're supposed to be. I'm a man of faith, and I believe exactly that. We are supposed to be where we are. I don't think it's destined, but I do think like you have options and you play it, and then it kind of rolls it that way. Well, like there's like movies now that do that, right? Like you choose
Billy
one
Madison or something, like all these things where it's like
Yeah.
it's supposed to be the way that you thought it was going to be, or there's like, I don't want to give it to my son, I'm going to give it to this person.
thing. Yeah.
It's because, and just like you said, like you do believe in the politics, and that's kind of how you self said, like, hey, this is how I kind of got places. But at the same time, we also know people who they hire family, and then it's like the biggest POS that you know. I was like, I'm not like, I want to fire him, but he's my cousin. But it's like,
I know.
So yeah,
like
so
fuck, what are you
yeah,
doing?
you
brah?
don't get everything off of politics. You really
Right.
kind of got to earn it, even if the other guy's more skilled or more, I don't know what you want to call it, but pretty much he does kind of deserve it more. The political factors will come in, and that's kind of on other people's blame. Like,
Yeah.
you blame yourself. It's like, you should have played the political game, or you should have jumped into another way. It's like, but I don't know these people. It's like, well, you can't always get what you want.
Can't.
Who said that?
Can't.
Mick Jagger?
You can't always get what you want.
But if you try sometimes, you get
You
what
might.
you need.
Get what you need.
Exactly.
Oh, I love it. So let's talk about your memes, man. So like, dude, like, so do you stay up into the wee hours and like save all these memes? I'm like, all right, I have the meme and I'm gonna put it out. I'm gonna fuck with you with this then.
I don't know. Memes are like, ugh. Everybody has these memes, and we all love memes. If you
I don't know why.
If you don't like memes, then don't be my friend.
No, for real.
No, yeah.
Then don't be on social media
Yeah.
if you don't like memes.
I came to a realization. I was like, you know what? I feel so bad for comic writers in the newspaper, because that was the original meme. Like, they'd write something,
Touche.
it'd have a punchline, and then that was the ha 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 ha. And
Right.
and they call it the funnies. So I've never seen, well, I see a bunch of newspapers in my driveway, which I don't read, but it's just stacking up, and then I throw them into the blue bin.
I use them for my son, so I put them down when he's gonna paint and draw and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I like to go in the midweek because remember I told you I used to be a partier, right? So I used to go out. Shout out to all the boys, Artist Groove Network when they used to promote. Shout out to Ryan, Golden Child Entertainment, Furious Styles, Brian. Shout out to all the OGs, man. We used to do be out of the club because I used to like be super stoked to look at the Pulse or like the midweek and be like, oh, did I make it? Because I remember the chick would always take a picture. I'm like, this bitch, what? Just because I'm not fucking good looking. And so I made sure like when I took the pictures, I was with like women or like the good lookings. I'm like, fuck, it's because I wasn't hot. You never put me in the newspaper.
I used to love it. People used to send me pictures on like MySpace, and I'd be like, bro, look, this is you. I'm like, oh, dude, I like that.
Dude, getting back to like social media and influencing, like, so do you consider yourself like an influencer? I mean, you got like 50,000 followers, man. Like how does that even feel?
Well, it's kind of cool because I do appreciate the love and the respect, and like, not the respect, but you know what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
Like, people's like, hey, what's up? It's like, hey, what's up? Like, I don't even know you kind of stuff, but your vibes and your energy is always like good kind of stuff. Like when you go to a bar or anywhere, or just people like looking at you, before Instagram, I used to have the biggest problem. Well, I'm from Waianae and I grew up boxing, and then it's just like I've always.
So every
been
time
the
I looked at
punchy
you,
kid.
you thought it was fucking people
No.
with a scratch.
Yeah. So like before, like people would be looking at me, and after like I'd make eye contact, and I'd be like, so they look at me, and after I'm like, okay, and they're still looking at me, and then I'm like, what's this guy looking at?
Yeah.
So I'm looking, and I'm like, and then it gets to the point where I'm like, you good? And then like they'd be like, either they'd be like, stop, cause you think you hard, or they'd be like, oh no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Right. And like I wasn't always this like big in stature kind of stuff. Like I'm like 6'1", 260 right now.
Okay.
Probably 264, but like
Damn, you're a
now
big
it's
boy.
kind of big, so it kind of helps me out where it's like people got to make business decisions. They're like
Wait,
what,
wait,
like
am I really gonna
5'8"?
step to this fucker or
They're like
not?
5'8". They think they're big at 180, 5'8", 180, and like, that is fucking gonna sit on me. So they let it go. But before, it used to just be like where like people are staring at me, and I don't know if it's like, I know the game of it's like I know this person, but I don't know where I know him from.
Yeah.
So then I'll be like making eye contact, and I'm like, and then to the person might be like, are they eyeing me out, kind of stuff,
Yeah.
or like are they like trying to size me up? But because of this, oh my god, like that was such a relief, because now when people do like they start looking at me, now I can just like, and it took like it took about a year of getting used to it.
I can imagine. I can
It's like,
imagine.
okay, you know what? They probably know me from social media or something.
Right.
Yeah. And a lot of people will do that too, and then like they'll leave. They're like, "Oh, bro, I thought you was like an asshole because you was looking at me like this." But then like I was like, "Hey, so because I know you," and then you shake my hand and you cool and stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah. I was like, dude, I was like,
Well,
bro,
people
what
need to
the-
realize too that like you're a human being.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so when they're staring at you, like it's like,
Yeah, it's
okay.
like we got the same Hawaii kind of like rules here. So it's like you look at somebody, especially from Waianae,
Or,
you look
or
at
if you
somebody
just say, or because you can easily just do this, like, oh, you know, short a
yeah,
shaka,
or something like that.
right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
okay, so if you see Dr. Okada out, fucker, don't eye him out. Just tell him, hey,
they do.
fucker, you the kind,
So it's so bad. Usually, whenever people see me out, it's because I'm drinking or something. But like, I'm gonna let you guys. So, if you have to pick like one word to describe me, what word would it be? Kind of stuff like off the bat, if people don't know.
You?
Yeah,
Um,
watch. You're gonna say it
I was gonna say humble.
exactly. So I am humble, but at the same time, with that whole thing,
Yeah.
it's like I get drunk, and that's usually the only place people see me is like at a bar. Oh my god, I love to fight. Shh. No, do not come and see what I got. No, but no.
And you know what's crazy is I don't know how to fight, so please nobody fight me.
Yeah. And don't fight me either. I'm not out there for violence. I'm just there if
Yeah.
you see me, and like some people
Because I will
like,
fucking gouge your eyeballs and bite you. I'll fucking Mike Tyson your ass.
just shoot him. Just shoot him.
I'm gonna show you the fucking tiger style.
Sweep the leg.
Fucking zombie action. Bite your nose off.
As long as like, so for me, it's everything is like your legacy. Like I do like.
Ooh,
that
I like that you just said that.
Yeah. So like, say you know guys like Frank DeLima or
Yeah.
like freaking like Rapper Plinger.
Of course.
Rapper Plinger's gone, but people remember.
Right.
They don't, even though you know the negative part
Because
of it. but you
legends
still-
never
yes,
die.
Yes. So like I know that if
And
I was
Kalapana,
to,
man, like-
yeah, if I was to die tomorrow, Planet of the Apes and like Poker Ratchet will live on far beyond by the time I'm gone.
No, for real.
Yeah, and that's I'm like, bro, like even if that's all I'm known for, people don't know me intimately. Like a part of me will carry on through this.
No, and you know what's,
people will
and
think
you
that I'm
made
something-
someone
Yeah.
laugh.
Yeah.
Like how fucking dope is that shit?
So I'm gonna tell you something real quick on that Poker Ratchet stuff. So now, if I was to do a voiceover, it takes like 30 minutes before, because like I said, it gradually comes up where you can come like really good at it.
Yeah.
And eventually, like your lips just match, just because you can kind of read lips after
Right.
a while. So
Well, it's a skill,
Yeah,
like anything else.
before like voiceovers, you could only go up to 15 seconds. I do it in like 5 minutes. But then again, in the beginning, it wasn't very good. And then it started sinking.
Yeah,
Then 5
yeah.
minutes went to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I remember doing Poker Ratchet. So you asked me, how did I start it?
Yes.
So like these guys know it too. So I have a friend, his name is Bryson Martin, and he made this thing about Aladdin. And like I never had a Vine, but I saw it on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I wish I had some bud. And after he go, oh, what boy? Like pick up. I was like, bro, that shit's funny. I was like, I think you can do that. And then
I remember
Yeah.
that shit.
And then I have another friend, his name's Easton. He's clowning 808.
Oh yes.
So he started doing these things with like Toy Story and stuff.
Right.
And he's like, oh, bah, fucking whatever. Like,
Yeah.
all swearing. So like, bro, I can do this. I was like,
Right.
I was like, nah, but just fucking let it go. Like, I'm too lazy to do it. And then he did another one and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah. And then it's like Lion King or something. So I was like, bro, I can fucking do that. And after I was like, nah, I'm not, whatever. And then eventually, so like I said, I'm a fan of players.
Yeah.
So I have a Joe Montana jersey. Before Brady, it was Joe Montana. Now
Right.
it's Brady. So I have a Joe Montana jersey, and then
Joe Montana.
yeah. So I picked up a Russell Wilson jersey for somebody, but then I never gave him to him, kind of stuff. So I had that jersey too, and the Super Bowl was coming, or was the NFC Championship game. So I was watching it, and then I recorded it, and they kept showing the replay of Richard Sherman swatting the ball and stopped the 49ers from going to the Super Bowl. So that was like one of my first like videos that actually went viral locally.
Okay.
So I was like, so I recorded that, and then I made a part. I was like, so I'm wearing the Joe Montana jersey. Like, yeah, okay, we're going Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, let's go. We're going to the Super Bowl. And then Richard Sherman swats the ball, and then it gets intercepted, and then you're like, but, and then so like it comes to me, and after like I'm taking off my jersey, and I'm like taking off my 49ers jersey, and then I put on the Seahawks jersey. I'm like, yup, we're going Super Bowl. And this pretty much explains, like, 49ers fans have always been there. It wasn't so much evident, like, they kind of, like, disappeared for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they weren't doing that good. And then Seahawks fans came out of nowhere, so everybody
Yes, I
loved
remember
it.
that was the funniest shit ever. I was like, remember that was the whole
Yeah,
thing.
it's
Was
like, where'd they come
where
from?
did these
Yeah.
people come from?
So that's
Fucking
what that was about.
bandwagon. Fuck. It's like I remember that was the biggest thing.
Yeah. So when you make people laugh or you bring a little bit of joy to them, people will be like, hey, give us some more.
Yeah.
So that's what it was. Like, give us some more. Like, we want more of this. So I was like, whatever. And I let it go for a couple months. And then I started doing other stuff where it's kind of like a little bit funny kind of thing. And then I always deleted stuff off my page. I still do. Like, if it's a personal post, like hiking or something.
No, I
I'll
noticed
delete
that.
it.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's there and then it's gone.
Yeah. But other than that, if it's a voiceover stuff, I'll leave that.
Yeah,
'cause
that
that's what the
stays.
people are there for.
Right.
So, with that, I started like doing them, and then I was like, okay, let's do this, because I'm like, let me see if I can do it, kind of stuff. And I did it, and people were like, oh, we love this, and they tag
Yeah.
everybody, and their friends are like, do some more, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll do some more. But really, initially how I started, I was like, I want to see if I can do this, and I want to see, like, it's like drawing. Do you draw? You're artistic.
My son is
Okay.
extremely.
I see.
Bro,
claw
that's
back
no,
here.
that's
Can I grab
garbage.
this?
That's garbage.
No, wait. I'm gonna
No,
put this
no.
back up.
Hold on.
No, wait, hold up. Before he shows the other one, I saw this and I said, dude, when did your son do this? He's like, kindergarten. I was going to say like first grade. So I go, what does that remind you of? He said, it's supposed to be caw. I go, dude, that's exactly what I thought it was. Like,
So this is Boba Fett,
what?
and this was like done the other week. So he's putting in the
See
fucking.
it, yeah. And then you can see the whole little art where he adds like this whole little camel thing just to add the flair to it. I remember when I was in the 6th grade, and then so people like we all had the same art thing with the lion, and you just had to color in the lion with like a Sharpie or not with Sharpie, but like those color markers and stuff.
Yeah.
So everybody's doing their things, and like even in 6th grade, kids can't stay in the line kind of stuff. So I was just like, fuck, whatever, but like this kind of stuff. So what I
So
did
he's only
was,
in first grade now.
dude, I didn't know. I thought he was like older.
Yeah, seven is first grade.
No. Oh yeah, 5 is kindergarten. 6 is he's at the end of 1st grade. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we're already in. Yeah, you're right.
We're about to jump up. So
It's smart that way now.
oh, I can plosses. No. So I remember doing this lion thing, and everybody had this lion, but I had this art teacher. She was new to the school, and I was like, whatever. Like, I do like to stand out, but at the same time, it's like I don't like to do the norm kind of thing. I'll jump out. So what I did was like she gave us this line thing. I was like, this is so like juvenile, and I'm only in the 6th grade too. But I was like, I'm not gonna just paint this or color this line because whatever. Like everybody's stuff gonna look the same. So I started coloring them like purple with like a green mane and like red eyes or like whatever kind of stuff and like orange, and I put in all these colors. And she was so freaking fascinated. Like she made this whole thing in like the school paper kind of stuff. It was like, yeah, like the 6th grade student did this, and like it reminds me of. And she told me it's not real that's the whole little ink blob thing.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, you know this artist, whatever. I was like, no. She was like, yeah, like this reminds me of like just so you're thinking, what made you do this? So I was like, I don't know. It's just like I didn't want to like for to be honest, like
I want to be like
it's kinda
everybody
like
else.
a simple like project, and I didn't want to do it because they're all gonna look the same. So I was like, I'm gonna make a purple line because maybe I'll get a reaction.
I
or it's
drew the
gonna
duck
people-
blue
Yeah.
because I wanted to see a blue duck.
Yeah. Oh, what is that from?
Billy Madison.
Oh my god. Yeah. Who's
It's quacktastic. Quack, quack,
quack,
quack.
quack, quack, quack. Yeah. I drew the duck blue because I wanted to see a blue duck. The little puppy who lost his way. Yeah. And then the fucking retarded ass teacher, she like, that was the most. What is
And then
he
when
saying?
she put the glue all
Stupidest
over
thing.
because
Yeah,
she
yeah.
knew that he liked to
Miss
eat the glue.
Libby.
Yeah.
Oh, Veronica Vaughn.
So hot, want to touch the Heidi. Oh, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna edit this podcast because there's
You want to
so
eat
much
my
gold.
snack pack? Nobody wants to eat your snack pack. You blow it. Yeah, 2 different parts, but together.
Billy
what'd you-
passed the 3rd grade.
Oh, what a wonderful day.
Oh, past the 3rd grade, the Billy Madison way.
What was that creepy ass clown song? The one on the stilts? Not the graduation song, but
I know, he's like,
it was like happy, happy, happy. That one. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, what the fuck?
it was
I mean,
scary.
like-
It was almost scary.
Yeah, but what was the one after? It was like, I bet you thought that I was dead. Yeah.
But when I fell over, I just broke my leg and got a hemorrhage in my head.
Like, what day is it?
How do we know this?
I don't
kind
know.
Of
It
stuff? See,
sticks.
so I used to do videos too. Nobody knows this. And I have them all hidden. I used to make stop motion animation videos
Like the
in high
clay
school.
stuff? Like you frame.
Yeah, so I did it frame. Boom, 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 boom. And it was fucking Star Wars. And it was fucking the Millennium Falcon and all that.
Action figures.
No, it was drawings.
Oh, dude, nice.
And they blew up the Death Star. And then I did so up there there's the Darth Vader helmet. Those are 1970s real Star Wars collectibles, real ones. We got those because my friend fucking robbed the house when we were children.
Oh my god.
So there was a house up there. But long story short, that's how I acquired that fucking jacked. But that shit was fucking. So I made fucking stop motion animation Star Wars videos. It was 9th grade. I was in 9th grade high school. I remember I had this fucking sick Quicksilver fucking shades, and I'm like, hey, welcome. And I had like the Booyah hairdo, you know, like.
What was the best brand of sunglasses when you're in 9th grade? You gotta say it.
No, if it wasn't in my time, the best was no, it wasn't Dragon. It was
Close.
No, wait,
You're
wait.
gonna say it.
Why can't I think of it?
How did it look?
Yeah, they were fucking like boom. They wrapped around your face. What the fuck?
No, not rap.
No, yeah, they did. They, fuck, we all had them too. It was like, come on, help me out.
Was it Arnett's?
Yes, Arnett's.
The fuck, dude.
How could I
It died
forget that?
off. What the fuck happened to Arnett's?
I know what happened.
Everybody had Arnett's.
Arnett's was this.
If you had Arnett's, all of a sudden you could pull any chick you wanted because you had
I
Arnett's. It
didn't
was
pull
like having a
shit.
chick.
I didn't pull
Oh.
shit till my senior year, man. I was a fucking goober. Senior year. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mully.
Since we're talking about like the whole break into the house thing, so like I grew up in Waianae, in Makaha, like if not the poorest kid in the school, the second poorest kid in the school. Like I would legit fucking I would have a bunch of clothes, but say like I would have like say a pair of surf shorts. I remember like a pair of Billabong surf shorts. You're gonna be like, dude, you really did that? I remember I was in the 5th grade, and since it's like the nicest shorts that I have kind of stuff, I would wear to school like 3 times in 1 week.
Because you
And
just
you-
had to rock them.
No, I was like, dude, like this is my favorite. And then I had like
these
no shame
Billabong
in
ones,
it.
and it looked like oil. It was green and
I
yellow.
had that. No, mine
The
was
green
like a
yellow oil spill.
purplish, like whatever.
I had that one
yeah.
too. I fucking would rock
Yeah.
those to school.
So I didn't see anything wrong in it because like then I don't know any better. And it was like I would come to school
cares?
with like dirty clothes or whatever. Sometimes in those slippers, like people don't know that. They think I grew up rich. Just because the way I conduct myself
the
now.
same
But, yeah.
way. Dude, like we fucking struggled growing up. Right? Like for me now, like Like,
Dude, I
for my
used to
parents to
get
fucking own
teased.
their own house and shit like that. That's a big fucking accomplishment, man.
I remember I never used to give my field trip forms to my mother. She could have paid for it too, but like it would. I know what it would cost. So like,
So you
out of
just
my
wouldn't
heart,
even ask to
yeah,
go?
I wouldn't even
What?
give it to her.
Damn, that's fucking crazy.
So whenever we had field trips, I remember one of my friends. I'm gonna say his name. His name's Jeremy Green, and he's this tiny kid from Okada. And people from the west side, they're like, I know Jeremy Green, but so
Jeremy Green, what's up?
his brother's my best friend. It's no, different Green, Josh Green, but yeah.
Oh.
So Jeremy Green, he was like,
Bro, like, fuck, like, you poor or something. Like, how come you can't go field trip? Like,
Oh, that's like
what you...
and then after I was
fucking
like, yeah, I am poor.
Straight up Portuguese
Yeah.
style, huh?
You fucker, you cannot go out because you fucking
He's this
poor, huh?
tiny little like Filipino Puerto Rican Portuguese. Yeah. So I was like, oh shit. But yeah, so like literally, like, yeah, I grew up poor and stuff, and like so I remember so Jamie Hyatt, he's like the VP of like iHeartRadio.
Yeah.
So like I met him through his niece. I used to work with her. She's like, my family loves you. We watch your videos on Thanksgiving. It's like a ritual. Sorry if I'm getting that wrong. If you're watching this, Jamie. So he goes, hey, I just wanted to say, like, I love your voiceovers. I love the Poker Ratchet. I love the Planet of the Apes. One of my favorite ones is the DuckTales one. You know which one I'm talking about?
Yes.
What is it?
Oh my god, fucking! I can't. I told you I'm not good to be put on the spot, but fucking, because I was a Ducktales guy.
Yeah, that was my favorite animation kind of stuff, because you remember on Facebook it was like put your childhood favorite like animation cartoon like in 2000 like 6, 7, or 8, and mine was like Scrooge off of DuckTales.
I loved Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, you did the other guy, his nemesis does it like that with the Irish.
Oh, that's
But
right.
they're both Irish, but yeah, so I did one for DuckTales, and the thing was, it was the three kids go
Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Yeah, so he goes, it's like, Dad, they're in a tent.
Yes, keep going,
So he goes, Dad, I thought you said he was going camping, Dad. And Scrooge is outside the tent. What he goes, huh? Well, he's camping. And then then one of them is like, oh, we've been camping for the last 8 months. And then the other one goes like, bro, don't be stupid, bro. We're homeless. But then like it's kind of funny, but at the same
it's
time,
kind of fucked up at the same time.
that was me when I was like in the first grade. I'm serious.
up.
I swear to God. So like my sister's dad, before my sister was born, he escaped from Old Triple C, and I told my mom, I said, Mom, explain this to me, because you know Old Triple C, they got that fucking tall ass fence with the barbed wire, right? So I said, Mom,
Yes.
I remember Mark jumping the fence I'm in the first grade. I remember him jumping the fence at Old Triple C, him jumping into the car, and from there we're on the run.
Oh, like you guys were there to pick him up.
Yeah. So
Shut the fuck up.
I swear to God, I don't have kids. The main thing I want in my life too right now is kids. I swear on my first kid's life. So he jumps in the car. Then we're on the run for about a year.
How did he fucking even get over that fence?
So I asked her, and I said, how is that even possible? Because when you're a kid, you probably fabricate stuff. She said, no. Okay, so he was in the work furlough program.
Mm-hmm.
And the fence is just a normal, like, high school, intermediate kind of fence kind of stuff. So she said they used to jump the fence to go on beer runs, go to the liquor store, grab beer, and jump back over, and they drink
So
beer.
they would do it all the time.
So it's his turn, and he never went back. But from there,
Oh my!
we were on the run, and then we would stay with, like, his friends or family. But, of course, if
So
you're on the
that
list...
means all the fucking I mean, I hate to say it, but all the guards knew that shit. Like, that was just the fucking thing. man.
Probably, yeah,
Yeah.
But if you behave and stuff, it's
Yeah, it's like,
acceptable.
okay, yeah,
Just like the military, like you're not supposed to do some stuff, but some stuff will be like, fuck it, whatever. You're not hurting nobody.
Right.
And it's never like, as long as you're not hurting nobody, it's acceptable. Just
Yeah.
like school, work, or whatever.
Yeah. True.
Teachers and whatever.
Yeah.
So we're on the run. So first we start staying off of like friends or family kind of stuff. But if you're on the list of like people like you write or visit, so we had like sheriffs show up, and then we'd have to hide in the closets kind of stuff.
What?
And then like you can put this on here, I don't mind. But we ended up living on the beach, so we hung out on the North Shore. And bro, you can put this on too. This guy, like they used to break into fucking like beach houses and stuff. There's
Yeah.
probably like rentals at the time too, but like they'd break in. I remember like them taking TVs and stuff. And then I had this friend. His name's Mbasa. He's like this Jamaican kid. Him and his dad play like instruments and stuff,
fucking,
and these
yeah.
bands and stuff. So freaking
The Jambe.
So we're talking about Mbasa. With the instruments and stuff.
Mbasa.
So, such a cool name. Somebody told me, hey, I have a friend named Mbasa. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, I want to know who this friend is because I have a
embossing?
long lost friend. Yeah. I guess it's a common Jamaican name. So he was like, hey, did your dad break into like these houses? I was like, what? I was like, where'd you hear that? And he was like, oh, I was over here at my other friend's house and we saw it on the news. I was like,
oh shit.
So I go back, I run back, I tell my mom, I tell him. And it's the first time it's my sister's dad. He gives me fucking lickings. I've never got lickings from some stranger. And my mom's like,
So
what
you
the fuck
get
is your
licked
problem? Yeah.
because you're like, hey,
Because
you're on
some
the
other
news.
dumb ass got caught on the news for breaking into a house that I did not participate in. But yeah. Like, this is kind of like West Side Logic. I only lick you because I love you. He told me that too. No, so pretty much he broke into this house. He found this stuff out. And I told my mom, I was like, hey, they said they saw. So I got lickings because he thought that I was talking and telling him that's what he did.
Yeah.
And it's also because Mbasa's dad, I don't know his name, but he told him, hey, I saw you, whatever. So he thought that before I told him, he thought that I told the son and the son told the dad.
Oh, right.
But the son told the dad because they saw him on the news kind of stuff.
Right.
So eventually, but that's how the whole thing goes with the whole living on the beach thing, where it's like we're on the run for like about 8 months. And that's how the whole voiceover came. And he'd be like, bro, tell us more about this living on the beach shit with this breaking into this house stuff. But really, that's what it was. So people think like I grew up rich, especially if you see me in a bar and stuff, or you see how like I conduct myself or condone myself.
Bro, that's heavy shit though.
No,
Because that's like all right. So is there any times like you're with the boys, right? And then like you can maybe you can't disclose everything, but like you guys just did some fucked up shit, or you did some fucked up shit to one of your friends. I'm gonna share one with you real quick, okay? So this is a shout out to Steve Sproul, Christopher Pond. So Box and Pond, they're my fucking boys from Jersey. Okay,
You lived in Jersey?
I met Pond when I worked in the gym, and the first time I met him, I was like, this guy's a fucking kook, like, and because he's like, hey, how's it going, fucking howly guy. I'm rah. He was a substitute teacher. Invited me over. I wasn't even 21 yet. I was 20, and then he's like, oh, we're gonna go to the Shack, and I was like, okay, and no bullshit. This was like before even the outside. It was like when you walked in and you turned to the left, it was like after Rex's Steakhouse. It still had the little cave area. So we sat there and I ordered a beer and I'm like fucking in my pants like, don't ID me, please don't ID me. And I got a fucking beer and then after I'm drinking, I'm like, I'm not even 21. And then my guy, he's like, what? I'm like, yeah. So we're like winning. But long story short, with this, so Pond would come. He ended up having to move back to Jersey, so he would come because he's a school teacher. He would come every summer and stay for like weeks on end, months, the whole time.
Right.
Fucking surf. Either stay Waikiki, stay North Shore. Just every year was different. So this one year, do you remember Red Lion when it was on Lure Street?
And I was too young to go because I graduated in like 2005, and then like some kids watching this and like, your uncle, you're not young. Like,
I know.
No, I'm not that young, but I'm too young for Red
So
Lion.
Lure Street, you went down Lure Street and you had O'Toole's, not O'Toole's,
Kelly's?
but Irish Rose. It was called Irish Rose was there. Yeah, Kelly's is at the top. And then Irish Rose at the bottom. And there was this fucking band that played all the times, Japanese guy. They fucking could jam. And then across the street was Red Lion. That's when you went down the stairs in the basement. And there was this fucking hot bartender. Her name was Ashley. I don't know. I think last time I saw her, she was at Next Door or Bar 35. I don't know if you know. She was like smoking. I was like in love with her. I was like, oh my God. So I would sit at the bar and talk. So Steve, he comes up and I'm like, hey, tell the girl that I'm a donkey. Because he's fucking full on white boy. He's like, hi, I'm a donkey. And I'm like, I'm a donkey. And he would fucking yell and scream it, I'm a donkey.
And nobody beat him up for that?
Well, because Lures, it was like fucking a bunch of tourists too, right? So only the bouncers were local. So they were fucking dying laughing. They're like, bro, you fucked up. Yeah, you making your friends scream that. And then people would like, yeah, we're donkeys. We're donkeys.
Oh, all of you or just him?
Him, but then he would tell other people and like fucking
all of
tourists
you are?
would start screaming that they were donkeys.
Oh, okay.
And it was the funniest shit ever. So, and then one day I was at work and they're at Mai Tais. And so by the time I got there, they were fucking plastered because they had the bright idea to drink every single Mai Tai that was on the menu, like whatever it was.
Sounds like the kids would call that a challenge.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, listen, this,
fucking challenge.
Muay Thai challenge. Yeah.
But yeah, that was some fucked up shit that I did to my friends. Like I fucking made him like tell the bartender, hot fucking Asian chick, that I'm a donkey. Hi, I'm a
oh,
donkey.
you made him tell.
Yeah, he went up to her and he's
sorry,
like, "Hi,
sorry.
I'm a
Yeah.
donkey,"
Oh,
and then
okay,
she's
okay.
like, "Why are you? What the fuck? You're fucked up." And I'm like, "I know, but it's so funny." Did you do some fucked up shit like that to your friends? You had to have.
No, I used to be a toxic friend, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I'm so sorry. Like I should have came more prepared, but I,
I
was
know.
like,
I should have told you this before, but
I know.
fuck it.
I'm like just on this like chill coast right now.
I know you're super mellow. Hey, what is the one thing that you miss most because of COVID? Like, what's one thing you miss? Like, did you go out like me? Like, what is one thing that you miss the most?
I used to go out like 5-6 days a week, and
Yeah.
I was like, how am I affording this? But to be honest, like this is not even like trying to like, what do you call it, cloud chase, or it's not
Yeah.
even constituting that. But like I'm just like a real person. Like I'm
Yeah.
so happy because of, not happy of COVID, because like a lot of my friends are business owners. So but I don't miss anything.
What?
Yeah, like I like just like, I don't want, it sounds like weird to say like, oh,
No, you've already just
connect with
adapted
myself.
to the change. I think that's
Well-
what it is. Maybe you were tired of going out, and this was your way to stop you
Yeah.
from going out.
Yeah, so like you'd be like,
Sometimes
I've-
it's a routine.
yeah, you'd be like, I've seen you out, you're not an introvert, but really I am an introvert, and I love just me time kind of stuff.
Mm.
And it's nothing like perverse or like even whatever, but it's just like I my number one priority in life is peace. So as long as I can maintain my peace,
Dude, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
some heavy shit, bro. Thanks for sharing that.
no, but it's like I can just like be at home. Like I just had 2 days off, and then I went on a hike like today.
Yeah.
But other than that, I came home
I
and
saw
like,
that.
the whole
That was
time
good.
like I'll be in bed or like
Oh, you were off today.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
So like I'll just be on my phone or I'll just be like just chilling watching
on his
something.
phone, gathering his memes for tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So you asked me like how does the meme stuff go? Go ahead. It was like, okay, so my meme stuff is like I have like a ton of memes on my phone already. And then like I have like certain plugs. So my girl Lynn's up in Florida. She's like my main plug. Then my girl Jana Iwohi, she lives up in Pennsylvania now. She's from Waianae. A lot of you guys like, oh yeah, I know Jana. And then I'm leaving somebody out, but we'll just blame alcohol because I've been
Blame it on the
Jimmy
alcohol.
Fox. But yeah, so like I have these plugs. Well, they just send me memes, and from there, I just have them saved on my phone or I post them immediately. Like
Yeah.
if they made me laugh, I want to share.
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna put it now.
So like
Yeah.
not the, and with the memes too, they don't apply to me. I will admit the funniest ones are the cheating memes though. It's like, oh my God, like people are so terrible, but it's like I laughed. I'm gonna share this. It's that, or it's like the ex ones is like, oh, I wish my ex could look down at me smiling down from heaven. But the son of a bitch is still alive kind of stuff. So it's like, oh bro. So it's like it's just funny stuff. So like, oh, these are great,
that's
but
awesome.
but just even the cheating one is like, who has the audacity? Or like, even if it's like, I'm not like, what is the opposite of a feminist? Where it's like,
Like chauvinist.
no,
Chauvinistic pig, right?
no, they call it something. Oh,
Isn't that? I don't know.
they call it. There's a word for it. I can't think of it right now. I'm just gonna blame alcohol. But what is the word?
That's why I need a fact checker.
Not patronizing. We'll figure it out. Somebody's gonna write it in the comments and be like, "This is what it is." You're like, you're such a.
A prude?
That's okay.
No.
But yeah, so I like the ones where it's like the audacity to be like, make something seem okay if a guy did it. It's like, I cheated on you, but you got mad at me. Now I'm sad. Or whatever.
It's like whatever
It's like, yeah.
silliness is in
It's
there.
like you made me feel bad.
You know
about
what I
it.
like
Yeah.
is the one with, I don't know who it is. It's a rapper. Fuck, I don't know these rappers. They all look the same. That's why now.
Future. It's
It's
future.
true. Yeah, when it's just like,
It's so toxic.
yeah, it's like, you know, what is it like? They stormed the Capitol,
Yeah, I
but
just
you should have been
posted that one too.
storming my heart.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And after it was like,
shit is
like,
fucking so funny. Those are the best.
yeah,
Those are
It's
the
like,
best.
It reminds me of when like it's like
When you
everybody's
stormed
talking
my
about
heart.
everybody's talking about losing the election, but like all it made me think about is when I lost you.
Yes.
Like to your mom, I said hi.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
I didn't understand why it was Future. I was like, why are they doing that to him? Just because he's like looking at his phone or something? And
Was there a reason why?
yes,
Please educate me.
No, so my brother said like, no, Future is like really toxic, like that. So that is,
and that's the
the
shit that
way
like.
he is, yeah.
Oh, so
I
he
don't
like
know
fucks
how
over
they
a bitch,
found
and
these-
he's probably like,
Yeah, well, he did kind of like do some like bad stuff to Ciara, who's with like Russell Wilson now.
oh, okay.
It's like, yeah, hey, thanks Russell Wilson. I lost a lot of money on you. How? Initially, my friend will tell you, my friend Barry Asbury. We'll
Yeah.
give him a shout out too.
Hey,
and
Barry.
whoever else.
Shout out.
But yeah, so like, I was like, dude, I think that the Rams are gonna like just because Russ can't take the pass rush. So just like even with Brady, I was like, Brady might have a hard time with the Washington defense with the pass rush, especially.
Yeah.
Because he gets so
thought about that too.
frustrated. I love Brady. He's from Michigan, and
Dude, yeah, he gets so fucking angry.
yeah,
I love it. It's like, because you know what? You know he's the best too, because the fucker's the GOAT. Come on now. I'm sorry. He is.
no, he is.
And then, to go from the Patriots to here and then like building a new team. And I'm like dying. I remember like, it was like the second game. And like he was doing a Brady tantrum was coming out. And I was like,
and that was like against the Saints, right?
He's like fucking pissed right now. Like he was screaming.
Yeah,
And he's like,
I love it though. He's like, yeah.
no, but look at them now. Like, because there was a time I was like, fuck, are you guys going to even make the playoffs? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
You
you
put
see
it in
my
their
big
mouth.
money fantasy football league?
I have not.
What? So
I'm
like
not.
I'm always like I'm always gloating about my fantasy football teams because I'm so freaking good at it. It's like math. I'm not good at math. I am like
So are
anybody-
you trying to tell me that you are fucking the Rain Man when
No,
it comes
I
to
came in my
Final
big-
Fantasy?
No, but so I help a lot of my friends. I'll give them like my rankings and stuff, and like they'd be like, "How'd you come up with this?" But they love it because their teams become like they end up winning money somehow.
Okay.
So in like
This
my
is good
big
for me
money
to know.
one,
I'm going to take some notes on this shit.
I'll just help you out. I'll draft for you, kind of
Nice.
stuff.
Okay, done.
Yeah,
Oh, wait, we can't say that because then when I play, they're going to be like, hey, what is fucking
I'll
Eric
give you
gonna be?"
tips. I'll give you tips.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I blinked like 2 eyes during this.
Yeah.
This is a drunk way. So, but
That'd be so much fun.
but so what I was getting at is that big money. So a lot of people who do know, like they follow me or something,
Yeah.
and they'd be like, "Oh, I know his big money league is like $5,000 for first prize, $5,000."
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
No, okay,
And
now
this-
did you say, yes, I did. I remember you were posting something, because someone got knocked out and like,
Yeah.
you were fucking like gloating. It
yeah,
was like
teasing,
fucking funny.
thank
Yeah.
you. He picked first. He paid $1,320 and he didn't get money back. So we're like, "Hey, Adrian, thank you for your donation." Yeah, like
That's
with
so
dicks.
fucked
That's
up.
what my favorite part about
I
this
love
league
it.
is we talk so much smack in there, and it's never like for like to hurt somebody, but it is so funny though.
Yeah.
Like, it's like memes. Yeah, you enjoy the.
Well, they
audacity that
they have to
people
understand that when they're part of that league, that's part of it.
Yes.
Like you're gonna get your fucking ass reamed if you're losing. Right. Yeah, I love it.
So what I'm getting at is with this league, like Brady I've been in this league for 5 years.
Okay.
Every single year I've had Brady. So I can
No
tell you
shit.
the up years, I can tell you the down years, and
Do you
I
get
can
to
tell
keep them like if you win
it's
and
not a
stuff?
keeper league.
Oh,
You
okay.
I just so happened to always get Brady. Before it was Brady and Antonio Brown.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, for old time's sakes, and like I only played for third place in this one. For my last game, for old time's sakes, I picked up Antonio Brown and he helped me get
Right?
third.
Hey,
yeah.
that's what's up.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is like you're saying for old time's sake, and I want to sing it. So I wish that life was like a musical, and we could just burst out into song.
What is your favorite musical?
Wait,
Wait, on 3, we're gonna say. Wait, let me
Okay.
think of my mine. And you better not say Annie, but that's not my. But on 3, so
one, two, three.
The
Rock of
Greatest Showman.
Ages.
What?
Rock of Ages. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm a fucking 80s guy. Like,
Uh,
Greatest Showman is really good, though. It
Dude.
is.
I've watched that like legit maybe 10 times.
Yeah,
but
you're gay.
But as background noise, maybe like 24, 25 times. Yeah.
Didn't you say you watched Deadpool as background noise, too?
Yeah. Oh, dude. Okay. Yeah. So background noise,
Deadpool and
just
chill.
music. Yeah. Oh, dude.
You're in so much trouble.
Probably have like 4 girls who've seen Greatest Showman with me.
Oh,
No. Oh, wait. No. Okay. Edit that
Slut.
out.
I'm not editing that shit.
Okay. You can leave it. I don't care. That's For's reason.
Dude, I love Rock of Ages. No, because I'm a big 80s guy. Because I'm 80, born in 81.
What is Slap of the Bass from? That's
Slap
not
of
Rock
the
Ages.
Bass.
That's
No,
not
that is from I Love You,
Judd.
Man.
That's Judd.
That's how I love you. Okay.
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul Rudd. Oh my God. I love Paul Rudd. My favorite, so I'm in a new relationship.
idiot brother?
Okay, no, I'm in a new relationship, right? And there is a movie called Wanderlust. He's with Jennifer Aniston. Again, you know what my favorite is the part where he's like, huh, Eva? You like this erection? This exquisite erection?
Oh, me and my ex. Oh my God. We fucking, just that part is like,
You're going to take that dick?
dick.
Yes! Yes! Oh my.
Oh, you want this? You want this dick.
All up in that van. Because he's so awkward,
Yeah,
right?
I
He's
know.
like,
There's- she's like, you know what? I want to do this.
I
no more.
know.
And she was the main reason why it all happened.
Right.
Oh, dude,
'Cause he wanted to,
That
right.
hurt me. Like I got that
I was
whole
like, oh,
empathy
you
thing.
fucking idiot.
When Jennifer Aniston actually did it, I was like, oh,
I know.
I was like, oh man, I'm.
And then she's like, what? You didn't do it?
She's
But
like,
you're the one.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, because he blew it. Like, huh? Eva? You like this?
And he's in the
exquisite
mirror
erection?
too. He's in the mirror
Yes.
too. He's like, oh yeah,
If you haven't seen it, you need to YouTube.
dick. You want this dick? In your badge.
Oh my God.
But yeah. And then the fucking just
glad
watch the
this came
movie
up.
Wanderlust and thank us later if you haven't
Yeah.
already.
If not,
you
then just
have-
go to YouTube and watch Paul Rudd mirror scene.
No,
You gotta watch the movie. You gotta watch
this
it.
dick.
Oh, Eva? I want to do this forever. Like, this is what I want to do. Like, I want to monetize this.
No, do it.
So
you have
speaking
a
of-
YouTube, okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
so speaking of monetizing, right? So I do have a YouTube channel. I just started it. So like I said, this is be episode 4 for me.
Like I said, like I've seen this and I want to support you and stuff, and I've only seen it on your Instagram, and I'm like, hey, is it coming out yet? Kind of stuff. And he told me it's like, yeah, like it's already out. I was like, dude, I really
and that's the thing, I'm not marketing it the right way, and I don't know, it's just I'm trying to figure out the niche and how to
whole
do this stuff.
monetize thing.
Yeah.
Monetize stuff, you'll be great as long as you get like an audience. Like I remember when I had like 100 something followers on YouTube. I think I have like a 10,000 or like 12,000 on YouTube now. Maybe more.
Shit.
That was like the last I checked. But freaking the monetizing thing. So my understanding, I never wanted somebody like whatever people do animations for the cartoons that I use.
Yeah.
I never wanted him to come back and be like, hey, we're gonna hit you with this lawsuit. because-
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I've never monetized one of those. But say like outside of the voiceover stuff, I would I would make videos on
Wait, you
like-
can select which video you're gonna monetize?
yeah, you can.
Oh shit.
So that was the good thing was you could
So you could
say-
have a shitload of followers, but you only make the money off of certain ones.
there you go.
That's fucking genius.
No, so this is where I'm gonna tell you I did lose my monetization.
Yeah, so how did you lose that?
And the way I lost it is exactly how you said it. So I have like this shit ton of followers on YouTube and stuff. But why are they there?
For the other videos when you're not monetizing.
Yeah, for the voiceovers. So say I put that on and then I would have these other videos, but they're all the things on my Instagram. It's all kind of like common, like local comedy or just say
Yeah.
like little witty things and stuff. But because they're not the all like cartoon voiceovers, YouTube was like the consistency is in there. So say like imagine-
They look at the analytics and they see like, oh, people are watching more of these.
Yes.
See, why are you monetizing? And then they realize like, oh, it's because fucking
so you might be
copyright.
false bringing them in with these things that they want that I'm not monetizing because I can't because it's illegal. It's copyright. And the things that I can, they'd be like, maybe they're not here for that. Even though I did make good money off of those things. I made like freaking like about $1,000 off of those kind of stuff.
Oh shit.
But so they would say, hey, your channel is not matching up with this. So you kind of show different, like, what do you call it, media. So it was as if, say, you do this podcast and you monetize everything, but outside of the podcast, you were doing something like, I don't know.
Also, because on my channel I can upload everything, but if I'm doing like copies of my TikTok on it,
Yeah.
then they'll say like, no, he can't do that.
Yeah. They'll be like, hey,
Oh.
the consistency is in there. People are coming here for your podcast. They're not coming to watch your TikToks. Even though like I do have like say stuff that's not a voiceover. I do have like a couple whatever, But say like stuff like my Planet of the Apes one is like 1 million views or something like
Yeah.
that. And then like say like my other ones is like some small ones are only like 8,000, like 10,000 views. But then the rest of them are like 50 or 100,000, 200,000 views and stuff. But like some of them they'll like be like ridiculous, like the Pocahontas one and they're like the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Like those are just ridiculous. And they'd be like, oh, okay. So they'd be like, it doesn't add up. So like you can reinstate for this. So I'm like, hey, I had to put in a thing. I don't know what it's at now because I don't make these voiceovers no more. So I had to like re-put in to monetize if I wanted it. But I was like, let me just set it up now just in case I start doing this stuff again. And again, like people will be like, hey, like that's the number one thing I get is like, hey, can you do some more voiceovers? I was like, yeah, sure. I was like, if it ever comes, but I remember when I used to do the voiceovers, they used to be so fun to do. And like, they used to be like so creative. And like, I used to do them to like one, like for myself.
Yeah.
Number one was myself. I wanted to see what I could do with it. And then two is like, I was married and like, everything I put with my energy and my time was like, I want to give this to my special person kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me see if I can make her smile. And you can see the genuine smiles and stuff like that. And like making somebody happy is like, oh, like, dude, like right on, good. And so like she, like if I make one and I could tell on her face, some of them she wasn't too impressed. And then some of them she'd just be like, just have this like little kid look and it's like a glow. And I was like, fuck yeah. But I'd share them regardless kind of stuff.
Right.
And then, say like during like my divorce and stuff like that, I would still make them because like somewhere inside of me I was like, yeah, I like this, I want to talk about this, so I do it. And then over time, like stuff just started eating at me and I wasn't like the same person too, but I just didn't care about it and I didn't like it. And then again, like I know we talked about like being humble and also like not wanting to do stuff, but some of us, like sometimes it's like the more you have, the less you can do or like say about stuff.
Yeah.
So say like I'm not a violent person, but say like if somehow everybody gets into the little art, what do you? Can't think of the word. Altercations.
Yes.
Sorry. So people get into altercations, say at a bar, and it's typical. Like your mom, your dad, or your uncles or cousins, your friends do it.
Right.
You see it on a weekly to like monthly basis. Kind of stuff. And I've not been in an altercation since like years. Yeah. But say I have been in like some close calls kind of stuff.
Right.
And say everybody can identify me.
Yeah, okay, right.
Hey, this guy, Dr. Okada, or this guy, he's on Instagram. And that's what people tell me. Like, hey, they're on Instagram, yeah? So say you got this exposure.
Right.
So people know who you are. You easily identify. You cannot go and do something stupid like get into a bar fight. Because say like,
oh, it's gonna fucking
and it's easy to identify.
When it's already happened to other people, like
BJ Penn,
right?
Yeah,
right.
You cannot get away with that because everybody knows you. Especially everybody's recording everything, so somebody's gonna record me, and then they'll be like, "This is the guy who it is," and then say if I have to go to court for it, now I got this video of me doing this egregious act against somebody, whereas like say is alcohol or just say like testosterone.
Well, just maybe it's a bad fucking day. Right?
Yeah, that people have that too, but still at the same time, like I don't need that. So I kind of like wanted to jump out and say like I have friends like who they do this and like, bro, why don't you do this no more? I was like, I kind of like I want to like shy away from this stuff for a little bit.
Well, that makes a lot of sense, man, because I don't think
it's not a proud thing.
No, because you never probably thought it was ever going to lead to this.
Yeah.
Because you weren't, like we talked about earlier, like offline, not even recording or anything. Like you said, like it was never about that. It was fun, right? You did it for your ex, and then things happened. You exploded. Yeah. And then became a whole thing, and then now like I don't know. I consider you like a local celebrity. I do, and then like for you, it's like,
awkward.
Yeah, no, but for you, like it is, and that's why I can tell, and I think that's why we had a genuine connection because the day that I met you, right, we talked about it earlier, was like, I gave you my card, and you're like, okay, cool, and then we didn't see each other for years,
and I still remember who you were, kind of stuff. I was like,
and that's why I was blown away.
Yeah,
and then I think I don't know if it was at Taps and Apps. I think that was
no, I think it was the Shack. or it could have been no. It was somewhere that was more live, like the Mill or the Shack. I think it was at the Shack that I ran into again.
And then we were just like shooting the shit, and I was like, "Hey," and you were like, "Hey," and then we were like laughing and joking, and then that's how I knew you were a cool cat too, because I was like, "Oh, I don't think you remember me," and you're like, "No."
It was like, yeah, I saw you like Foot Locker.
Bro, and you were like, "Yeah, I still have your
like,
card," and I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "Yeah, this like genuine."
Yeah, and I never did hit you up. It was like, hey, can I come to your gym? And like, you even offered me for like where you're at now. I'm like, like no, yeah, thanks, bro. Thanks.
Yeah.
But I'm never gonna be like, hey, can I come?
Right.
Like, I would pay for stuff, like just to support kind of thing. Like, it's like I don't know how to take stuff, and I wish I did because so many people do it, and like it's a benefit. It's not a benefit, but like it does you some good. Like you get something, you get like a discount.
Well, and the thing is too is like the thing that you're doing is work. Like, but see, and that's why I think the difference is back then it wasn't work; it was for fun. And then when it became something that blew up, then it was like, oh shit! Now I gotta continue to do this, and I gotta like I gotta. Now it's like expected for me to do these things.
So if you like, so say like if you do this, or if you want this kind of stuff, if you want to stay relevant, you gotta keep putting stuff
right.
out.
The content's got to be consistent always. And
But
you can't, because once you shy away, people forget who you are, especially
And
now in this
my
day and
God,
age.
I wish it would go quicker of the forgetting who you are kind of stuff. So like some
Dude, that's
people
so
would be like,
crazy.
yeah, no, seriously. So it gets that way. And then like some people, like they don't know how to handle this. This was not made for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say I wish everybody handled it the way that I do kind of stuff. Because like this doesn't make you a special person at all.
You're still a normal human being.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
that's why you look at celebrities, how they spiral, because they're just a normal person. And then they don't know how to fucking take all this in, right?
Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan, like they go out like they're doing the same thing as everybody else. They're just partying, trying to have a good time, just enjoy life. But they're under the microscope.
Yep. They're
right?
all, they got you. But at the same time, too, is like other than that, people forget who they are. Or not forget who they are, but it gets to their head.
No, and I talked about with Matt, but it was that it's not that. It's just that you're on a different level now, and you cannot relate anymore.
Yeah.
Because people don't know how it feels like to have 50,000 people, like fucking looking at your shit, and then you go out in public because maybe you just want to go out and just have a chill time.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, people are like, hey, and you're like, fucking, awkward. And it's funny because I'm nothing near a celebrity, but every time like I'm in a relationship and people are like, hey, DC, because they're from the gym.
And then like
And
people
they
be
get
like, everywhere we go, somebody knows who you are kind of stuff.
And then you're like, oh, I'm not. And then there's an obligation to say hello and be nice. There is.
So I have one ex who legit like hates this.
Yeah.
So, and this is the one I told you was like, oh my God, I know this stuff. And so she was like that too. But say like, if we go to a concert or we go to a bar or we go anywhere and somebody's like, hey, this. And so I can understand.
Fucking
If you're
her
with
eyes are
somebody
rolling.
else- No. So like, you're just going for dinner. It's not like you're Patrick Mahomes or anything.
Right.
But somebody will come up and is like, hey, bro, hey, what's up? Hey, I like your stuff or whatever. It's like, so you kind of got to like donate some of that time to somebody, like whatever, showing some love
You
and
don't want
stuff.
to be fucking
But,
rude.
hey, right on, because, hey, thanks. And then they'll be like, sometimes some people will like not understand and they'll just like take up time. That
And they
was,
just keep talking.
yeah. And then like, I got to like hold it like a hand kind of thing. And it's like, okay, sorry, kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But then, so you do kind of like take time away from people or people
Right.
take time away from you and from the people. And then they'll be like, hey, can I get pictures and stuff? So I used to have this one ex that she couldn't stand it. And so like, and she's so cute and like her energy is great and stuff. So when she's like joking or like she's being serious, she'll be like, yeah, no. Like I'm thinking she's joking. I was like, do you really not like it? She's like, yeah, I don't. I was like,
She's
no,
like, yeah,
wait, it sounds
no.
like you're joking,
Right.
but at the same time, I was like, no, I don't. And he's like, she's smiling. So I was like, I don't know what to believe. But then again, at the same time, like people would be like, oh my God, like, you know, he's like, yeah, I know. He's my boyfriend. And then so
Right.
she,
Yeah. I fucking see him every day.
yeah,
Hello.
It's like, and her line would be like, he's not that funny. But I fucking crack her the fuck up. It is that good fucking at home. But yeah, but then she'll do that
hilarious.
just to get rid of, she's like, he's not that funny.
Like,
And
can
she-
you just
like,
fucking leave us alone?
And I love it because I love the energy kind of stuff out of her or whatever
Yeah.
kind of stuff. But still at the same time, it's like, So she's like, yeah, it's like, I hate taking pictures. And she'll walk away because she knows somebody's going to have her take a picture and makes her
Right.
feel like not a bitch, but
Oh no, it's like
you know
yeah.
what I mean, right? Like
Okay,
just
take a
decoration.
picture.
Yeah, it's
Like,
like,
what, hey, I'm a fucking
the wall-
person
yeah.
too.
so
Yeah.
like, I didn't really like that kind of stuff too, but some people like say if you do get this kind of stuff,
Yeah.
I do wish you the best with your family and your mental health and like your family health kind of stuff.
Right.
Because some people, like I see, like it'll get to their head and they'll be like, oh, I'm getting attention from these people. And they don't really care. Not they don't really care. They do care.
Yeah.
But to them, it's cool. But some people might be like, oh, this girl's paying attention to me kind of stuff. And you got a good thing at home.
No, and then they fuck
Yeah.
shit up.
So like with my ex-wife, this never, like she's my ex-wife now, but this was never a factor. I was always loyal. It was
Right.
always whatever. And like even the person who should probably watch this, you're like, yeah, no, I can vouch for that. It's like he needed to get out. That's the only thing that happened. Like I was loyal to my ex-wife. We're all good and stuff like that. But some people like they'll let a good thing go because a temptation was there and they're like, oh my God, I've never had this before. And I
When they fuck shit up.
yeah. And it's like,
Yeah.
dude, it's like, why'd you do that? So like, I'm going to give like a quick shout out. Like one of my favorite people right now on Instagram, like I don't like follow with too much of the stuff, but you know, the guy, Jesse I am.
Yeah.
Jesse. Yeah. So same, like you look at me, that's, if you've never met Jesse, it's pretty much the same thing. You get that. He's naturally smart, witty, funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
And
Totally.
I love the shit talking kind of stuff. We can do that. And it's never something where it's like, bro, fuck this guy. But he's good. What I really do admire about it too is it's the same thing. Like he knows where his priorities at. It's at home. And he's so good to his wife. And like he will purposely do the same thing. And like, bro, fuck, I love that kind of shit because
Dude, that's badass.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never met him. Obviously, fucking see it, but like,
Yeah.
dude, that's some heavy shit right
Yeah.
there.
And like I tell him that all the time too. Him, my friend Derek, and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like we're so good that it's so freaking like grounded, and we know where the priority. We know where like it's at. And if you ever do this, like yeah, it's cool and stuff when people know who you are.
Right.
It's like if you've like been popular in school, it's like oh yeah, now you can like after if you're popular in school, school's done. It's like where'd my like oh all this work for nothing, and then you do this kind of stuff, and then it's like oh here we go again.
Right.
But then at the same time, it's like, I don't want to say people don't care about you, but at the same time, like, you have genuine people who care about you, and you really should put your time and energy into that kind of work, just because that's really where it's at, and that's all you have.
Well, and that's the
Outside of
truth,
your own peace
and that's
kind
the
of stuff.
truth of happiness, right? Is people chase these kind of things for happiness, and you know, for me, it's been a long time coming to do this. I've been talking about this for fucking a long time, years.
Yeah,
and
I
years.
remember.
Right.
And I was like, I got you. Just let me know.
Right.
And even coming to this night, you're like, bro, we got a podcast. And I said, bro,
You're like, you
always
said
say
that. And you're like,
You
let me
always
know.
say that. And I always tell you, yeah, let me know.
And I was like,
And
okay, tomorrow or Friday.
And then I said, I'll come tomorrow.
And I
let
was
me
like,
know what time.
Oh fuck. Okay, we're
And then
doing
he gave me a
this.
time. So like, even with my friends with invites, what I like about that is tonight, not tonight, but this week,
Yeah.
everybody did hit me up with because like Shan, we were talking about like our friends and stuff.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, I'm like, we got to get together. I go, bitch, you always say that. And I tell you to let me know.
And then so when? Just say
Saturday.
the word.
It's Saturday.
Oh,
So
okay.
Shan Saturday, my friend Justin's like, we got to drink. And I said, you always say that. Just let me know. And he goes, oh, like, let me know it. So I said, okay, tomorrow. So it gives you time to ask. And everybody hit me up. And then right after that, my friend's like, my birthday's tomorrow. I was like, shit, I got something with my friend
Oh,
Justin.
fuck.
And then she's like, everybody's got something. So she sent me a text of her other friend saying like, he can't make it because he has to meet up with his friend Justin at 6. I was like, I'm meeting with my friend Justin at 6. I was like, it's crazy. But yeah, you put stuff in a universe, it comes. But you got to roll with the good and just ride the
Yeah.
good energy and stuff like that with all this. Like life comes at you quick. Like,
you know, and I think that's the biggest thing, man. Is like, because like I said, like I want to do this, and it's not about. I mean, I'd love to get paid to do this, of course, but it's because I fucking love talking. Like that's just what I do. Like I've been in sales for 19 years. I love talking, and if someone, just one person, can take something positive from each conversation, right? Just one thing. Like I don't care how much followers I have, but if like that little minor thing, like you sharing, because like think about it, we've been talking for forever, and this clip will get put in sooner
Yeah.
because you know when it post edit, but like this is some real ass shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and people don't really talk about real shit no more.
Yeah.
They
And
don't.
like, so people will do things to like impress other people.
Yes.
Which I do not care. I cannot do that. I can't come in fake and be like, so like, I hate that. Like, say, especially like at work or something, somebody's gonna come in all Mickey Mouse and be like, oh, and I'm like, oh, shit. Hey, look at me. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, no, but it's like, I cannot do that. Like, I'll be like this and like, I get all awkward. And I'm like, oh shit.
Right.
But then I cannot do that fake the funk thing.
Yeah.
It's always genuine. It's me. And I'm not a great guy, but like, yeah, like I'm a cool guy and stuff. So I'm like, I'm a good person. So I'll be like, oh, right on. Like, but I
Right.
cannot do the whole like fake energy thing.
Well, that's the thing that I had to fix, man, because I was like Mr. Positive leader, and like I got called out. Like it was later in my career, in the
Nah,
beginning.
I've always known you as this high energy, up tempo, and to me that's you. And I like that though. Because it's genuine.
And that is me, because I'm fucking like I'm going, like we're gonna run. The only time people know that, like, if I don't have energy is because I'm probably fucking hungover.
We're tired, yeah.
But it's like I enjoy it, man. I enjoy conversating with people. I enjoy people sharing their stories, and I like, now I can build a platform to do that. Like,
Yeah.
fucking why not? You know, like why not? Like, oh man, and that's what fucking gives me the chills. Like when we're like, oh shit, we're doing this, and all day today I'm like, hey, I'm recording my podcast today. We're recording a podcast today. My friend, everyone at work's like, oh yeah, I'm like, yeah, I got Dr. Okada.
Yeah. Nah, it's like, to me, I'm just that other guy, like somebody on, it's like so people be like, oh, you're like famous. Like, yeah, you got like local kind of stuff. And it's like nothing crazy, but at the same time, it's like, there's so many people who are just good people.
Yeah.
And then like you network with people, say like, you know, like me kind of stuff. And then I'll be like, hey, I gotta go. No, go for it. But at the same time, I'm gonna keep talking. Yes, but like I will know somebody and I'll be like, hey, there's this good thing going on right now. If you want some of that, you can come on, kind of thing. Or if not, whatever. But you'll meet a lot of people through other people, and the whole thing is the whole networking thing. Like that's how everybody comes together. And next thing you know, you got like local artists coming on, or you end up getting a gig over at iHeartRadio because brother Jamie Hyatt heard you on here and he's like, hey, this guy's got good energy and I think he could do stuff. But then again, you also comes up on like opportunities where there's an opening or stuff like that. But yeah, like people who trust people just because they're good people and what energy they got out of them kind of stuff, take all this stuff out. But yeah, that's how it goes. And it's just the alcohol talking right now.
I heard everything you said.
Yeah. I'm like, take this out. But yeah.
No, and that's the beauty of having the restroom like right next to me, because I have the smallest bladder in the world. But no, big on trust, man. Like that's huge. Like, I don't know, and I think that's the reason why we're having this conversation. Like we've known each other for several years now, or some time, but we've never
about like almost 10.
But we never sat down like this and had a real conversation, right? It's always been
It's always because it's so cut short. Like we were talking about, like you don't have all the time to tell people, but we've been talking about this. Like I got this idea. It's like, dude, I support you in whatever you do.
And I'm so happy. See, you know, earlier I asked what you missed, and you said nothing, right?
Honestly, nothing.
Yeah. But you know what I miss? I miss karaoke.
I don't.
Fuck you, I do.
I'm I'm not that sober, but like I'm not sober enough to do karaoke. That's why
I know we're not going
to.
But like that's what I miss. And what's so cool is like, if you guys don't know, like, come on, what is the one song that is always sung?
Are you talking about when you're around? Or
yes, when I'm around.
You'll pick a song that I'm always, and if you pick, is it from the movie?
Yes.
And does it sound something like?
You never close your eyes anymore when I kiss your lips.
And there's no tenderness
like before in your fingertips.
You're trying hard not to show it,
baby.
But baby, I know it.
You've lost that love and feeling. Whoa, that love and feeling. You've lost that love and feeling. Now it's gone. gone, gone. Whoa. Ba-dum, ba-dum,
Baby, baby, I'd get down on my knees for you.
boom, boom, boom,
Where's the
boom,
lyrics?
boom.
If you would only love me
Like you used to do, yeah. Come on, break it down.
We've had a love, a love, a love you don't find every day.
Boom, 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 boom.
So
don't, don't, don't
let it
slip
slip away.
away. Boom,
I said, baby,
baby,
baby, I'm begging you, please. I'm begging you, please.
begging you.
I need your love.
I need your love.
I need your love.
need your love.
So bring it on back.
You're supposed to sing the high part. So bring it on back.
Bring it on back.
So
You
bring
got
it
that-
on back.
You that fucking love.
Dude, that's the part,
feeling.
man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Everybody
I got
does
you to
it
do
too
it.
early.
I got you to do it.
There we go.
You didn't. You said
yeah.
you were gonna do it, but yeah, I got you
Yeah,
to do it.
so as you guys heard, I am not a good singer, but I can drink, and then I think I sound like Celine Dion.
Oh my
no?
god, I do too. I think it's gonna be amazing because like my roommates are probably gonna be like, "Oh man, I heard you guys breaking it down."
Yeah. So this is Dr. Okada, and you're listening to the Mully. Listen to the Mully. Oh, what a wonderful thing. Oh, Mully podcast. The Dr. Okada and DC way. Stupid.
Thank you for tuning in to the Mully Podcast. Today's episode sponsored by Ina Grill. If you're on YouTube, make sure to hit subscribe and smash that like button. You can hear us on all major podcast platforms, including Spotify, Anchor, and Apple Podcasts. Until next time, ta-ta.